There are different kinds of families and there are different kinds of challenges. Whatever the nature of your own family and whatever the nature of your own challenges, one thing is sure. If you come to God by faith, He will look into the peculiar family that you have and give you total victory over your great challenges. Welcome to the Word of Victory. My name is Mike BAMIDELE, and I want to share with you from the book of Luke chapter 1, between verse 5 and 7, of a great family that faced great challenges. You see, this family was the family of Zechariah and Elizabeth. They both came from the families of priests. Zechariah from a priestly family, Elizabeth from a priestly family, and they both got married. And when they got married, they were not sons of Eli, they were also priests who were serving God diligently, day and night, and very sincerely. In fact, the Bible said they had no blame in the sight of God. But this very super righteous family was facing the challenge of lack of fruit. They were facing the challenge of barrenness. They must have done everything they know to do, burn all the incenses they know to burn, read all the scriptures they know to read, but they were barren. And they could not explain why they were barren, because as for serving God, they were serving God with all their heart. Is your family a family that is serving God with all your heart, and you are still facing very tremendous challenges, and you are wondering, with all this our prayer, with all this our fasting, with all this our night vigil, with all this our giving, with all this our hospitality, why is it that God has not visited us? That's why the problem is great, because it looks, contrary to the promises that God had made. It looks contrary to the promises that God has made. He said, if you serve me, I'll bless you. Now they are serving God, and it appears they have not been blessed in a particular area. And so worry comes in, disturbance coming. Are you worried? Are you disturbed over your circumstance? Watch it. You will overcome all the same. God had a set time for John to come to the world, and He wanted this family to walk with Him for that set time, because there must be someone who is going to come 6 months before Jesus' arrival, and the family has to be prepared for that assignment. If Jesus is not yet ready to come, that person cannot also come. But nobody will know this, only the mind of God. That's why we trust Him. We put absolute confidence in Him. In Luke chapter 1, verse 5 to 7, He said, there was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias, of the course of Abia, and his wife of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord, blameless. And they had no child, because that Elizabeth was barren, and they both were now well stricken in years. This family still overcame. How did they overcome? They kept serving God. They kept serving God. Zechariah kept serving God. They got to a point where it's like, well, God, if you give us a child, we are okay. If you don't give us a child, we are okay. But as for serving you, we're not going to look back. So you must remain dedicated to service of God. Zechariah and Elizabeth, from the house of priests, they overcame. You will overcome. No matter that challenge, you will overcome. Because Elizabeth eventually conceived miraculously. Zechariah miraculously became the father of this boy John, and he had a special name that had never been in the family name before. I believe that a miracle is about to take place in your family that had never taken place before. Something special is about to be given to your family as you put your trust in God and as you continually serve Him. Don't withdraw your service to the Lord. Don't stop praying. Don't stop giving. Don't stop fasting. Don't stop doing your role on the mission field and in the local church. Don't stop serving Jesus. As you serve Him, in spite of the great challenges that you are facing, you will see him stretch his hand to perform wonders for you. Can you say, Father, uphold me and intervene in my matter in your righteousness? Father, uphold me, intervene in my matter in your righteousness, and keep my heart fixed on you. In Jesus' name.